Hitting hard with Jon Chuckery here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Head over to youtube.com, put Locked On Sports Atlanta in the search browser. When you find our page, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. Free and available, all your favorite podcast platforms, including Spotify and Odyssey. Find us there, hit that 5-star review button, and of course, give me a follow on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. So Kirby Smart and I disagree. Had a chance to meet and talk with Kirby Smart last week at SEC Media Days, but he and I disagree on one thing, and that is the Georgia-Florida game. Now, Kirby is in favor of the idea of making this a home-and-home campus game instead of the neutral site game in Jacksonville, saying, quote, I'm competing against guys all across the SEC who host kids at their biggest game. When Auburn plays Alabama, guess where the recruits are? They're at Auburn. When LSU and Alabama play, guess where the biggest recruits want to go? It's an opportunity for us to bring these kids who fly in from all over the country. What game do they want to see? They'd like to see Georgia play Florida, but they can't do that. Now, look, I understand the idea of having the game on campus, okay? I get it. And I understand what Kirby is saying about recruiting. And look, if it's a year where you're not playing Auburn at home, per se, and I also understand the fact, too, that when they're the home team in Jacksonville, that they lose a home SEC game, right? I get all those things and I understand all that. But there is an economic benefit to Georgia, Florida. The schools get about $3.5 million more than they probably would net at a regular home season, home game. I get all that, and I understand this thing, but I disagree with it. I'm not for moving this game. Look, in a sport where we're losing tradition every minute of every day, and there are few things left to hang your hat on, I love the idea that Georgia, Florida is a neutral site game. And I don't care if it is in the state of Florida. Trust me when I tell you, it ain't like Bulldog fans don't travel down there. It ain't like Florida's had such a home field advantage that it's not good for Georgia. It's an event weekend. It's like the Red River Shootout, right? Playing that at the Cotton Bowl. There is something about tradition in college football, and a sport that is built so much around that and has so much history around rivalries and tradition and specific games, right? We call it the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. We call it the Red River Shootout. We call it Bedlam. We have all these names, the Iron Bowl, right? We have all these names that we attach to these games for a reason, because they mean, as the saying goes, I hate to use their saying, but it just means more, right? And that's what's great about college football. Now, would it lessen if Georgia and Florida played on campus? Would it lessen the rivalry and all that kind of stuff? No, it wouldn't. It would be just another SEC game, right? But that's what makes it different. That's why every Halloween weekend, first off, that CBS is going to take that game on Halloween weekend, and it's going to be Georgia, Florida is always going to be the 3:30 game because it's an event. It's a spectacle, right? It's always going to be right there. And everybody gears up and plans their Halloween weekend around the idea of, hey, it's Georgia, Florida week. Let's head down there. Let's get down to the landing, right? I love the idea of where this game is played. And I disagree with Kirby on all this. Now, let me talk to you first about my friends over at coffeeam.com. Listen, Coffee AM is the best small batch coffee roaster in America. I love these guys. I love these folks. I love the care package that they sent us. You like organic coffees. You like flavored coffees. You like K-cups. You like strong roast, dark roast, light roast, this roast, that, whatever. All of your coffee, tea, and gift set needs are available to you at coffeeam.com. I love these folks. No matter what you're looking for, you head over to their website, coffeeam.com, look through their wide, extensive menu of coffees, teas, gift sets, all the products that they have available to you. And because you are a Locked On Sports Atlanta listener, we've got a deal going on because these folks are right here in Georgia. They're up in Canton. Love these folks. If you head to coffeeam.com/lockedon today, go through their menu, find the different things that you want, put together a huge order, go for it, okay? When you put together that first order of whatever you got, coffees, teas, gift sets, use the coupon code LOCKEDON at checkout. Locked On, LOCKEDON, Locked On at checkout. Get 15% off that first order. Just simply use Locked On in the coupon code box at checkout, and you'll get 15% off that first order of coffees, teas, gift sets, whatever it is, that care package you put together. I love these folks. They're up in Canton. They're local. Can't say enough good things about them. I drink their coffee every single morning out there. If you're a coffee drinker like me, you're going to love these guys. Head to coffeeam.com right now and take advantage of that promotional offer. Now, I completely get why Kirby Smart talks about the recruiting aspect of it. But again, it ain't like, with all due respect, it ain't like this has hurt Kirby in the recruiting, right? And it ain't like Kirby's missing out on recruits because, man, we couldn't go to Georgia, Florida. We couldn't get him down. Okay. And by the way, if the SEC gets this new schedule, you're going to play Alabama every 4 years then. You're going to play all the time. You're going to play Texas A&M every 4 years, right? You're going to, in a 4-year period, you're going to have home games against Alabama and Texas A&M and everything. So you're going to have plenty of games for these kids to come in and see. Yeah, I get it. Georgia, Florida is different. That's why you leave it in Jacksonville. That's why you leave it there, is because it is special. It is unique. It is different. You know that on Halloween weekend in Jacksonville, it's an event. And that's what makes college football great. That's what makes it so special. And honestly, let's cut through the fog, okay? If you look at the money that's involved in it, there is a benefit to playing the game in Jacksonville. That you know it's going to be national TV. You always know it's going to be national TV because it's an event, and the economic impact of the city and the money, that comes in because of that event and everything like that. There is financial benefit for both teams to have it, which is good. Isn't that kind of what makes it best for everybody, is if everybody wins in this thing, even more than having it on campus every other year? I get it. You don't have as many home games when you're the home team. You're not playing in Sanford Stadium. I get that. You're not bringing the recruits in. Depending on how your schedule works, if you don't have Auburn, okay, you find other games. And Georgia's playing, really good teams out of conference and things like that. There's plenty of opportunity. And by the way, Kirby Smart's not hurting in the recruiting aspect of it. Every 5-star kids not named Arch Manning are coming to Georgia. He's finding every one of those kids that he wants, and he brings them on in. So I understand why, from the coaching, analytical, every other year not track, I get all of that. But as fans, this is the one time that I'm going to speak as fans, okay? It's an event. It's a happening. It's one of the unique games in college football. In a sport where we don't have a lot of unique games anymore, we don't have a lot of these sort of older traditions and things like that. We've kind of gone stale on those things. I love having the Red River Shootout. I love having the world's largest cocktail party. And yes, by the way, I'm not politically correct. It is the Red River Shootout, and it is the world's largest cocktail party, okay? Largest outdoor cocktail party, okay? I'm not afraid to be politically incorrect if you know it, right? And if you don't like it, I say just bring it. But anyway, look, this is what makes college football great. And I don't want to see this thing go away. Will it go away? Probably. Like everything else. I mean, it's changes in the air, change is coming, and the bean counters, if you will, they're going to have their way and things are going to be different. But this is one of those times where I disagree with Kirby. Keep the game in Jacksonville. All right, thank you so much for making Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery your first listen every day. Make A to Z with Mark Zinno your second listen every day. Mark's back in talking all things Atlanta sports, opinions you may not like, but you got to hear. That's free and available on our YouTube page, Locked On Sports Atlanta. Hit that subscribe button, be a part of our ever-growing community, over 2,600 folks there. Free and available all your favorite podcast platforms, including Spotify and Odyssey. Give us a download, give us a 5-star review, and then also give me a follow, if you would, on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. Back with you tomorrow on Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery here on Locked On Sports Atlanta.